Kibana, you are unmuted. Stream is going, and we are heading into game number 3 between Double Click Dota 2 and America's Finest Dota players. This is bound to be an exciting one, let me tell you.
Yeah, apparently the Zeus was a misclick.
Was it?
Apparently. that's the excuse Pauline, aka Buko, is giving me right now.
Alright. We'll go with that one, I guess. That's
Radiant team back.
Fuck. What else would they have picked that, like, is near Zeus? Witch Doctor? Windrunner? Like,
they could have gone for the Obsidian, was still in the pool to go against Invoker. He probably would have gotten shut down all the same, but
yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. Anyways, heading into this draft, Double Click once again banning out that Death Prophet. Really not wanting to see that in this series. AFTP gets rid of the Ember Spirit off the start, and see what they choose to go for. There's a lot of heroes in this pool that could potentially be first ban worthy, and only a couple slots for that.
Same bands, different game, man.
Yep, exactly. We'll see how the draft turns out, though, as we go.
Oh.
Team ban.
We got the Invoker ban. I don't even know if that's really a respect, because, I mean, he didn't play bad, but Invoker's just flavor of the month.
Yeah, he's really strong.
Bitman taking over that drafting position.
Oh yeah? Who's doing it before Pauline?
Yep.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
He actually did misclick. I imagine his team would have been flaming him quite a bit. Oh man. I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten down to the last pick / last ban and accidentally banned the hero I wanted to pick. Like, fucking...
Yeah, that shit happens.
Yeah. I get flamed for it all the time, but it's all good. It's all good.
Come on, my Filipino brethren. You must take this victory. And the Visage is gonna get banned out this game.
Yeah,
no
about
Visage.
Time. About time. Visage is such a ridiculous hero, man. So strong.
What are you gonna get for first pick? Come on, Slark. Timbersaw. Okay.
Alright, fair enough. I love Timber. I just started playing him again, like, the other day. Like, I used to play him a lot, and I just stopped for a couple months, and I just played him again yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, this hero's so fun.
Hell yeah, so much burst damage. Just in pubs, I usually just dominate whatever lane I'm in.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's so hard to lose a lane with him. It's just ridiculous.
10 seconds remaining.
Why does Twitch chat say, like, when I type me? Like on Twitch chat right now, when I type instead of, like, putting my... Another Luna... Oh, that's weird. Anyways, another Luna pickup. Like, 3 games in a row we're seeing that Luna. And both times the Luna has lost, so...
Well, that's what... Oh, yeah, Luna did lose in the first game. It was Ember Spirit that won. Yeah, okay. I would say in the first game that it wasn't exactly the Luna's fault they lost, though. She was doing alright, but her team just couldn't hold on to it long enough and just crumpled. I mean, the kill score was absurd that game.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend just...
22 to 44 at the end of that, I think.
Something like that. Shadow Fiend was just snowballing out of control way too early.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with the Shadow Fiend pickup. Like, you gotta know that DK is going to lose his lane, and Shadow Fiend's gonna need supports. I mean, DK's gonna need that support rotation, but we're gonna see another Rubik. Artie did play a pretty decent Rubik last game, so I don't mind this pick.
Yeah, no, he played really well. And, yeah, Timbersaw is already a great hero to steal from, and, it kind of limits AFTP's picks as well, because, I mean, it's not like a hard limit or anything, but there's some heroes, like, for example, Lena, that you don't quite want to pick up if there's a Rubik on the other side of the board, because it's like, well, you're just giving him free spells all game. Like, Viper as well is another big one, so,
Bane, Weaver.
Yeah. It's a very intimidating hero draft with when he's on the
10
other side of the field.
seconds
So,
remaining.
anyways, now getting in the second phase of the bans. The
5
Vengeful Spirit was
seconds
picked up by
remaining.
AFDP, and now Shadow Fiend and Nick Assassin have been banned out by Double Click Dota. And get rid of
I
that
think
Shadow
Double
Fiend.
Click Dota might be trying out the DK again.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Dire
And
team
with that
back.
Storm Spirit banned out, I think that's yeah, they'll probably pick a DK. I want to see a Balinar, man. They got the Luna. Why the hell not? Just go for it.
Balinar and Night Stalker and Luna actually have a really nice
10
little
seconds remaining.
cheesy combination where, like, even
Yeah.
if it's daytime,
5
Eclipse
seconds
gives you,
remaining.
like, I don't know, 4,
10 seconds.
whatever that duration is, 10 seconds of nighttime.
Reserve
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Eclipse gets popped off, you get 10 seconds of nighttime. And as well, I mean, just in general, Luna is one hero who has full nighttime vision, so she doesn't lose any vision when it switches to night. And so with Night Stalker keeping it nighttime throughout the majority of the game, Luna is going to be a little bit safer than the enemy carry in that regard. So,
Night
fantastic
Stalker's
synergy between
really
those two.
fallen off, though. Like, we
Yeah.
don't really see too much NS anymore.
I just love seeing it though. It's so fun to spectate. It really is.
Dire team pick.
No nakes.
That's strange because we haven't seen an ace on either side, and you know, I'm not sure
Prince
if it.
does play a pretty nasty nakes, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, fair enough.
Tinker.
Ooh!
All right.
A third pick Tinker.
Now this is a dire side Tinker, which means that there is a possibility that this will be on the off lane instead of the mid as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out what they choose to do with for this. Huh. Interesting.
I don't know, man. Finest, you can't. I mean, they're not really drafting for a team
10
push.
seconds remaining.
For a team push right now, but
Yeah.
yeah, they really just need some really hard team fight and something to shut down the Tinker when he's boosted traveling around causing nuisance.
Yeah, it's curious to see what they're gonna do here. What have we got on the board that could really just deal with a Tinker? I mean, Timbersaw is really good, especially if he can get you know, that Bloodstone out of his Arcane Boots and then turn them into Boots of Travel. He becomes pretty good at holding off Tinker. What else?
Storm is really good, but they banned that out.
Yeah. I mean, Prophet is hit and miss. It's like 50-50. Whoever gets their Sheepstick first wins that one, so I wouldn't say they should pick a Prophet against that, but...
They're really just gonna need to shut down that Tinker and hopefully make something happen out of it.
I want to see them pick an Aghanim's Gyrocopter. Hold off that push. Arrow
I don't know, man. Gyro's a great pickup, but not for the Hags.
Dude, man, I've been wanting so badly to pick a Gyrocopter just for the sake of getting him in Ags. I want to find a team composition where that works.
Or
It's so
they
fun.
could go Team Blade Mail and run into Marches.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Crystal Maiden.
Or
Oh,
Crystal
I see
Maiden.
Crystal
so.
Maiden.
Dire team pick.
They actually spent a lot of time thinking about that pick. Dropped their reserve time down to 30 seconds, so gonna have to think about their next few picks and bans with a little bit more haste.
For sure. I don't even know what they're thinking right now. What could we see out of America's Finest, like, for a carry?
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, so without the Aghanims, I think Gyro is actually a decent option here. He dishes out a lot of damage up and close, especially if him and Luna both pop off. Like, if Luna pops off the Eclipse and he pops off Rocket Barrage, they're going to do pretty comparable amounts of damage to each other. And he has the tools for holding off the push that will probably be coming out of that Tinker. So I think he's a decent pickup. Maybe not the ideal. What else can we have here? We could see.
10 seconds remaining.
Odie. Bristleberg.
Alright.
Dire team
Yeah.
back.
Bristle, he does
They
get
got the Ancient Apparition, though. I don't know, man.
Yeah, AA Rubik is actually really aggressive, and this exact lane, I was saying in game number 1, I casted the game just last night for my YouTube channel with Ancient Apparition, Rubik, and Luna all together in an aggressive tri-lane, and while I was a little skeptical of it in the draft, when they actually executed it, fucking A, nobody could survive. It was, it was just TK into Cold Feet into Lucent Beam, and they were dead. That was it. So, it might have just been how that game played out, but it is a really deadly lane, whether you want to go aggressive or safe. You know what? You know what AFTP picks here? You know what they pick?
What?
They pick a Clinks.
Yeah, I would really like to see a Clinks.
Yeah, and they could run that mid, or they could put the Timbersaw mid and put Clinks on the offlane. But I think in that position, I think he would. I think he would function really well, because Rubik and Ancient Apparition are two supports that are really squishy, and when they get Orchided, they're pretty much useless. You'd also be really good at holding off the Tinker, keeping him from doing too much, and he's just got a lot of burst all over the map. He works really well in that kind of mid-game composition that AFDP has right now too, as well. So, yeah,
they really need that physical damage too. I mean, Bristleback has a nice amount. They're gonna go last big Darkseid.
Radiant team pick.
All right.
Naga. Oh.
Is this carry Naga?
Dire team
Oh, it's a mid Naga.
It's a mid Naga,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so if she manages to get a Radiance up in decent time, I think they can hold this off. The big problem I'm seeing right now is that Double Click can hold waves really well, and they can stall out until the point that Luna has so much money that she doesn't know what to do with it, and I don't think there's a lot that AFDP can do to hold them off once once Luna's at that 6-slotted carry status. So we'll have to see.
Prepare for battle.
Anyways, let's get to introducing our teams here. We got Senj up here, up on the Rubik, and Windpulse going to be playing that Luna. Admiral Ray heading towards the mid lane on that Tinker. Artie going to be playing the Ancient Apparition, heading towards the safe lane as well, and Krapu taking the off lane Darkseer. Now, why don't you give us a go for America's Finest Dota players here?
On Finest, we got my man Bidman on that mid Naga Siren. Big plays hopefully coming out of this next miracle. For Alks on the Crystal Maiden, we got Prince playing our Bristleberg, as I like to kind of call him. We got Buko, aka Pauline, on our Vengeful Spirit, and our solo Timbersaw being played by World Peace. # World Peace.
Yeah, now this is it's going to be an interesting matchup as well, because we are going to see an aggressive tri-lane out of AFDP. The Vengeful Spirit, Crystal Maiden, and the Bristleback. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to work out for him, because, I mean, Bristle, he's a really good tri-lane hero, but Venge and CM can get blown up pretty easily by the amount of burst damage available to Double Click, so we'll have to see how this lane plays out for him. But
yes and no, they might be able to pick off one of the supports, but I think their aggressive tri-lane has the potential to take 2 for 1, because once Wave of Terror comes into play, that armor reduction comes bonuses the damage on Close Spray since it is a physical damage spell.
Yeah. And
Crystal Maiden's aura is gonna let Bristleback just keep spamming that.
That is true. Alright, yeah, so I think it's safe to give the edge to AFDP in that tri-lane, but we'll have to see how it goes.
It's really hit or miss. They need to. It's gonna be really execute based.
Yeah, that's true. I think if Double Click can stay spread out enough, they're not all eating every single Quill Spray, and they do manage to. Oh man, if they had gotten that telekinesis up in the Crystal Man, I think she would have died there.
Yeah. But the AA and the Luna already picked up their magic sticks, so there's
stun going out on the Luna, now trying to finish this off. She's taking so much damage. Oh my god. The Venge is taking a lot as well, and with the magic wand getting popped off, the Luna's going to escape, but the Ancient Apparition is not so lucky. Does fall into the Bristleback, so two supports getting traded there. Salve being forced to be popped off on that Luna, so alright, so we're getting a little bit of taste of how this is going to work out.
That was kind of a misplay by Prince. I feel they could have killed the They could have killed that Luna instead of the AA.
Yeah, she dropped really low, but like I said, that magic stick just kept her alive for just long enough that she was able to survive.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this mid lane plays out because, I mean, if Bidman can get just snowball out of control like early enough in the mid game, because if this goes late and Bidman knows how to play a really good Naga.
Oh, gank up on the mid lane though. They're going for the Tinker. The net's gonna fly out. You got a magic missile to follow it up, and I think Tinker's gonna drop here. Does get that mischance off, but one more auto attack from the Vengeful Spirit will secure that kill. Like I said, I'm dropping pretty low, but she's gonna find herself a regen rune bottom here in just a moment, and with that, we'll be able to stay in that lane for quite a while.
Yeah, so far so good for the Naga, man.
Yeah, big engagement up in the top lane. Ancient Apparition does fall in the midst of all that. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Ancient Apparition gets a kill on the Crystal Maiden, and now trying to turn it around on the Bristleback. He drops really low, going to be forced to pop off that salve, and with Vengeful Spirit not present, they managed to turn it around and get themselves a kill, and Luna doing a little bit better now. She is still sitting pretty low at 5 CS, and now getting jumped on. Magic Missile going to fly, but I don't think they're going to be able to follow it up. Yeah, they give it up.
Yeah, Prince needs to wait for that mana regen to kick in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Darkseer is just being a huge pain for the Timbersaw, as expected.
Yeah.
Any melee against the Timbersaw is just, I mean, against a Darkseer is really annoying.
Yeah, it's true. I think my favorite lane to play is Viper versus Darkseer. It's too funny. You see an Ion Shell, you walk into it and take 1 damage. Oh man, Luna getting jumped on. Magic Missile flies out. They're going to drop her really low, and one more auto attack from the bench will secure that kill. Now turning on to the Ancient Apparition, he's going to run himself underneath the tower, and I think he's going to get out of that alright.
This is really good for Finest. Their tri-lane is doing what they need to do. Bristleback hasn't been dying, you know, he's been getting all this experience. Not the most farm, but he's still out ahead of the Luna, and if he snowballs quickly enough to be an asset into the mid game, I definitely think Double Click is going to have a problem dealing with it.
Yeah, and I think even rotating these lanes might be a better choice. Like, just get your Luna the hell out, because, I mean, she gets stunned up again, she gets frostbitten, and she dies once more. I mean, there's not much Luna's going to be able to do up in this lane. At the beginning, they were trading pretty evenly, but now it's just not the case, and I think you might just want to tell your Darkseer to get up to top and hold that lane off and try to get Luna some semblance of farm.
Yeah, man, it's that mana regen, dude. That 3.1 per second on the Bristleback right now between Bacillus and CM Aura.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, mid is going pretty evenly, all things considered. I kind of give the advantage to the Tinker just because of the range and high burst. I definitely think he should have gone for not the March of Machines build, the high burst damage mid build, just so he can compete.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope though, because I mean, when you don't go for that March build, you lose the ability to kind of flash farm up your boots of travel at that 8 to 10 minute mark, and means that, you know, there's a good chance that he won't have his boots of travel for a pretty long time.
While that is true, the Naga is a really big part of what Finest is planning to do. So Little Miss Micro on the chicken there.
Yeah.
And if they could shut down the Naga early enough, because right now Bidman's, I mean, he's got 1.2k. I would assume he's just gonna rush that Radiance. Yeah. And if he can get it before the 20-minute mark, there's Tinker pushes are gonna be irrelevant.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty crazy. All right, so
that high burst damage also really good on Bristleback as well.
Yeah. It looks like they want to cause a fight up here on the top lane. They throw up the Chilling Touch and go onto the Crystal Maiden, and they will finish that off. Luna does get that kill, and Bristleback running in from behind manages to grab up the Rubik, and now turning around onto that Luna. Oh man, is she gonna get caught out here? One more Quill Spray. Oh man, that did a lot of damage. Finishes her off, and that will be it. So Luna dies once more. You gotta get her the fuck out of this lane. Send her to bottom. There's there's nothing more she can do here. Bristleback's diving with impunity, gonna jump in on that Ancient Apparition, and one more auto attack will finish it off. Prince gets himself a triple kill. 4-0-2 right now on this Bristle, and farming up about 15 CS more than the Luna. Oh, this is not looking good for double click Dota.
Yeah, that's the problem when you play against a Bristleback, man.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that I think double click Dota has going for them is, as we said in the draft, they have a really good ability to hold lanes. I mean, if this Tinker does manage to get his boots of travel, and Rubik and Darkseer are making their way around to the lanes efficiently enough, I think they can keep the lanes at bay long enough for Luna to, get a helm, farm up some ancients, and just make something out of the mid game, which could be a possibility, but it's really going to require a lot of coordination, and their AFDP is going to have to not be as aggressive as they have been. Which, might not be a possibility. Ancient Apparition disconnects, so we're going to have a little pause here.
I don't know. But as we said, once Naga picks up the Radiance, that Tinker push is going to be really irrelevant. And she's already got 1850, and she might actually get a kill up on the Darkseer, which would be absolutely huge right now. Yeah. Because Darkseer is leading CS on the board.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have any mana. He's got enough to surge himself, but if he surges before that net lands, then he has literally got nothing to do. He won't have mana for any of his other spells. He's just going to be stuck. So I think if that net does land, Darkseer will be dead here.
Even if he does manage to surge, though, Naga always has the sleep to just wait for the surge duration to drop down, and then they can finish. And then they finish it off.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, what else do we got here?
And AA reconnected. Oh, I didn't even notice this until now. Artie, our Rubik player from last game, isn't actually playing the Rubik this time around.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. He was on the Ancient Apparition. Alright.
Another dead Luna. No, don't run towards the cold.
Oh, man, they do get the Bristleback out of that, and Luna's going to survive. Alright, that's a pretty big kill. 500 gold going the way of Ancient Apparition. And, oh my god, no. Frost Nova going to finish off the Luna, and they're turning it around. Two supports managed to finish off the Ancient Apparition, and Crystal Maiden falls as well, but the swap goes out on the Rubik, pulling him back, and Venge just trying to finish this off, but the telekinesis pulls him back into the tower. Tower hit's gonna land one more, and not managing to finish off the Venge. She's gonna run herself away.
Man, that was a huge misplay by Bristleback. He was between two Ancient Apparition magic damage amplifiers, and Cold Feet was here, and he got lifted this far or something.
Yeah.
And he ran back instead of diving towards the Luna, where the Cold Feet would have ran out.
Yeah. Oh.
Slight misplay.
That's rough. Anyways, Darkseer did die down on the bottom lane while all that was going on, so Nogasiren did grab that kill. Now sitting on 2,300 gold, so we're looking at about 1,500 more until she has that Sacred Relic, which is going to spell bad news for Double Click Dota for sure.
Yeah, Tinker actually going to do some Ancient stacking for the last bit of his Boots of Travel, it seems.
Yeah, there's about 300 gold off of that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh, okay, I see. Never mind. I saw a soul ring on the courier earlier, and I was like, well, what the fuck? I thought, where's Tinker's soul ring? But it was Darkseer's soul ring. Anyways, diving past the tower, looking for this Luna. Crystal Nova drops out onto Luna. TK gonna keep him at bay for a second, but the swap comes out. Trying to get this Luna, hooks into the trees, trying to run away. Really good body block by the Rubik here. And Luna might actually escape. Running towards the mid lane, Tinker might be able to save her, and Luna does get out of that alive. Huge plays there by the Rubik. And now, with that freezing field going down in the trees, potential for both teams to lose a couple of heroes here. And the Crystal Maiden does fall in the trees to the Fade Bolt from the Rubik. Now Tinker in the midst of all this, looking to see if he can grab himself that Bristleback. I think he's saving his mana for the rockets because the laser just won't do enough right at this exact moment. Still chasing him down, and rockets fly, but it gets split up with the Naga who walked forward, and Bristle is going to walk away from that after finding a haste rune. Oof. So many things.
Really sloppy engagement by both teams, and AFDP getting a little overconfident, overzealous in their attempts in the top lane.
Yeah. Net goes out on the Rubik, and Naga, or TK's back the Naga, but she falls forward. Timbersaw does get the kill, and the assist gold goes to the Naga, so she's sitting at 3,000 gold right now. Saga the Siren, actually, oh, they find the Ancient Apparition with it. This could spell trouble. The Chakram goes out, Ancient Apparition dies underneath the tower, and Timbersaw does pick up that kill, but the Cold Feet did latch, and Timbersaw is going to walk away from that just fine.
They really need to be letting Bidman get these last hits.
Yeah. And, yeah, if he'd gotten the last hit on both those kills, he would have had his Relic already. Now, Tinker does have those Boots of Travel, so he will have a little bit better time pushing back lanes, and might be able to create some space for this Luna, who... I mean, Luna's still sitting really poor on CS. She's got 18, whereas the next highest farmer is got 46, and this is Bristleback. So, last hits everywhere except for on this Luna. Fight going down here. Rubik and Crystal Maiden and Vengeful Spirit all taking a little bit of a fight here. Luna charging forward, going to see if she can finish somebody off, but not going to be the case as Bristleback runs in on top of her. She's scrambling to try to figure out where to go. And, yeah, looks like she's going to get on that. Timbersaw jumps forward, gets a kill on the Rubik now, chasing up towards that Ancient Apparition. He's trying to hook himself through the trees. I think he should be able to walk away from this, but yeah, no, not going to die. And this is absurd. I have never seen this many heroes die underneath a tier 2 while the tier 1 is still standing. It's...
It happens in Bristleback games, man.
Yeah.
That hero's just ridiculous. And he can pick up that Vanguard right now if he really wants to and just become a total nuisance.
Yeah, it's true. And, yeah. There's a little bit more of a decent mix of physical to magic damage on double-click Dota this game. Well, they were the ones with the anti-mage last game, but the mitigation that Bristleback will have to pick up is pretty even. Tinker up on top, just pushing this back. The Nice Blast going to come in, clear out this wave, and this should a little bit of damage to Bristle, but I don't yeah, nothing going to happen to him there. Just going to back himself up.
Tinker starting to do Tinker things. He did grab a pretty early Boots of... Well, not early, but a nicely timed Boots of Travel, all things considered.
Yeah, no, the one big thing about Tinker is that he creates space for your carry to roam in the jungle and whatnot, but he does kill off a lot of lane creeps, which means that your carry is going to have a little bit harder for time finding those spaces to farm. Now, Ancient Apparition gets caught up by the Vengeful Spirit, who did drop really, really low after the Tinker threw out those rockets, but I think going to disengage, grab themselves a free kill on the Ancient Apparition there, and 14-7 the kill score here. AFDP sitting pretty far ahead at 13 minutes. Now, Cold Feet goes out, or Cold Feet, sorry, Frostbite goes out on the Rubik, and he gets finished off there with the Freezing Field raining down from above. Meanwhile, Naga pops off asleep, really, really looking for this Luna, but there are TP support coming in. Luna does drop, and yeah, Naga Simon's going to be able to walk away from that. Dyer's Courier falls somewhere, I think that was...
Radiant.
Yeah. Or Radiant. Yeah. And,
died right here.
Yeah, Naga looking a little bit sad right now as she eats that Ice Blast, and yeah, Ancient Apparition trying to chase this down, but she's juking through the trees just right, and if there's some more TP support, he could fall here. She's trying to get those slows off with the Ice Vortex, but it's not happening.
Is he gonna juke this?
Oh my god. He doesn't have a TP, I mean, he's not getting out, but yeah, Luna grabs that kill with the Lucent Beam. He does already have the Sacred Relic, so he's about 1,000 gold away from getting that Radiance up.
I don't think they actually saw him when he cut into these trees. If he would have stayed there and just waited, he might have gotten away with it.
Maybe. I mean, Ancient Apparition did walk right through here, so I don't see how they didn't see him, but...
But he didn't turn back. He didn't turn back until the Naga moved out this way.
Yeah. Kind of weird. I don't know. Even if he did manage to escape from that, he would have had to walk all the way out through the secret shop in the river, which may have been possible, but I'm not entirely confident. Now Frostblast going to come out onto this Bristleback, dropping him really low as the Tinker jumps forward, does his burst combo, but is he going to survive this? Yeah, he's Ice Blast not going to take him down far enough. He does come back into that, gets netted up, but will not fall. Meanwhile, down on the bottom lane, Darkseer picked himself up a tier 1 tower. He's farming with impunity. He actually went for a Midas, now has himself 2,300 gold, so he can do with as he pleases. Might be seeing that Darkseer blink, maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't even noticed this Darkseer's been farming so long.
Yeah, he's just been... I mean, once the Timbersaw left the lane, he's just been doing his thing on his own.
Take a look at the net worth. Darkseer is actually ahead, which I actually checked it like 5 minutes ago, and that was...
Swap back on the Tinker. He gets stunned up, and a lot of burst damage getting dealt out, but the Darkseer comes in, gets a good vacuum off, which will help them secure the kill on the Vengeful Spirit. But the Song of the Siren going to pop off, and they're going to... Oh, are they going to engage? No, they're not.
No.
Bristle's looking confident, but he should be really careful about where he goes.
Bristle really should have gotten the cloak instead of a ring of regen.
Yeah.
Because that AA blast is going to be so annoying.
Yeah, it really is. And, that spell is just ridiculous. Especially if AA does manage to farm up an Aghanims this game. It's going to be scary.
Yeah. Naga's 1k off that Radiance. Pre 20 minutes, man.
1k off that Radiance? She's only like 500 gold, isn't she?
Oh wait, no, yeah, it's 1300. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking 18.
Net goes out on the Ancient Apparition, getting caught up, and a lot of damage being dealt by those illusions. Gonna finish him off, and a couple hundred more gold, and Naga Siren will have that Radiance. Pre 20-minute Radiance is pretty damn good timing, let me tell you.
We might even get like a 18-minute Radiance is pretty like standard, and she's gonna get it right now.
Yeah, Venge jumping in on that Darkseer, not gonna make a whole lot happen there. He's just gonna walk himself away.
Now comes the part where Naga starts spiraling out of control.
Yeah, it's going to be really scary. AFDPC is sitting in a really good position, and like I said, the only way you're really going to get this Naga back into this, or this Luna back into this game, is to find her some space, push up with those March of the Machines, and then have her farm up the Ancients whenever she can, because she really needs some gold and experience. She just starved for everything right now. Big engagement coming out here. He gets TK up on the Bristleback, and Net goes out on the Timbersaw. He's going to try to Timber Chain himself away. Will manage to escape that. Luna, in the midst of all this, is going to pop off the Eclipse in just a moment here, dishing out a lot of damage, but the disengagement with the Song of the Siren. That is the power of that spell, and they are actually just going to go right back in on this. Radiance is up on the Naga, so it's burning the heroes down. Will finish off the Ancient Apparition. Now Rubik getting caught out. AA is going to buy back, but Luna died in that as well. So 4 heroes down for Double Click Dota, only trading for the Bristleback, and now looking for the Venge. They might manage to find her here. The Frostblast will land, but Crystal Maiden dishing out a ton of damage and will kill the Tinker on his own. Tinker did buy up his Blink Dagger before that, so he didn't lose any gold in the midst of all that. Vengeful Spirit going to shatter to the Frostblast, and now his 2 supports kind of duking it out, but I think Crystal Maiden is going to get the worst end of this. One more auto attack, and there it goes. Oh! Venge bomb. Gonna save her. Oh, not quite enough.
Oh man, the mechanics. He actually casted Chilling Touch last second while his attack animation was on its way.
Yeah. Of course.
I didn't know that went like that, like Storm.
Yeah. I actually just learned the Storm could do that the other day. I've just recently started playing Storm. I really like him. He's hard as hell to get used to.
He's a lot of fun. Big pub stomp hero too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a yummy stack for a Naga.
Oh yeah.
Oh, take it, don't be a bitch.
There you go. That's gold all over the board for her, and Naga
She's gonna get those Boots of Travel to counter Tinker's Boots of Travel.
Yeah, and I mean the second she has that, I think Tinker's pretty null and void at that point. I mean he can still do his thing, especially with that Blink Dagger up, but it's still a dangerous proposition.
And Bidman's microing pretty well to get that efficiency from the illusions.
Yeah.
And Bidman, we
Dire's
trust.
middle tower is under attack.
The swap goes out onto the Rubik, pulling him back, and he's going to be toast, yeah. Ice Blast going to come in. This showed a little bit of damage as the vacuum lands. That was such a good combo, but there's no follow-up. Nothing really going to happen. Freezing Field being dropped, and Crystal Maiden will die in the midst of all this. Darkseer trying to make what he can happen, but himself and the Ancient Apparition dropping really low, and they do all fall. 3 for 1 is that engagement. AFDP really, I mean, that fight went so well for Double Click to begin with, but there's no follow-up, no extra damage, and, I mean, like I said, Luna's pretty irrelevant. She wasn't able to fight that. She just had to run herself away.
Rasputin is requesting a, what do you call it, interview with the winning captain.
I think maybe, sort of, we could possibly do that.
Sure.
Right? Sure.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Another
attack.
dead tower to Naga. Oh man, this is becoming problem.
Yeah.
Last game it was the anti-mage. This time the Naga, man.
Yeah. 3,700 gold in Naga's inventory. And, go for another Radiance. Just do it. I want to see it. I don't give a shit. Anyways, big vacuum coming out here, but once again, no follow-up. Tinker coming in from behind might be able to make something happen there, but the Song of the Siren gets popped off as they disengage, and I think they're just going to walk themselves away with that. Timber is still in the middle of all this, and if he gets TK'd back, he could be in a lot of trouble. Tinker blinks forward. Doesn't have burst damage to finish him off quite yet. A laser will follow him away, but, yeah. Whoa, man. Damage going on that Darkseer. Doesn't manage to fall, and, Timber, did he cancel the CP? He canceled the CP, came right back in, and finishes off the Ancient Apparition and the Rubik. So now looking for the Darkseer as he gets himself caught off, pops off the wall, but yeah, nothing gonna happen there. 4 heroes down, and AFDP just taking this game by the horns, going absolutely crazy, and Windpulse still really far behind. Looking to get some Drums of Endurance to give her some early game stats, but that's all she really can get.
Top tower has fallen.
Over 10k gold lead now for Finest and 14k experience. This is starting to get out of hand as they start to take down their first set of racks at 22 minutes, and Naga looking really good, sitting on 5.3, almost 3k. More now, she's gonna get all this.
Yeah. Did Naga actually spend that gold? No, she's 5,500 gold. She could buy a Heart of Trash, she could buy her Boots of Travel, you can buy whatever the hell she wants. Actually, they do. Luna does manage to pick off the Timber Saw, now popping off the Eclipse in the midst of all this. Gets herself a kill on the Crystal Maiden as well. Now as the Cold Feet latches onto the Bristleback, they might finish him off, and the Tinker does get that kill. So, amidst destruction of their racks, they do manage to grab themselves a little bit of gold in the way of the Luna. So, sitting a little
some
better.
signs of life. Luna's not terribly underfarmed. Well, still terribly underfarmed. She's still below the Vengeful Spirit in terms of net worth.
Yeah, and I mean, signs of life only means so much. That Naga Siren did pick up a Heart of Tarask, so her illusion's never gonna die. Chasing this Timber Saw down on the bottom lane, but I mean, with that Timber Chain, he's gonna be able to escape this no problem. Now he's actually gonna turn this around. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Blade Mail coming out on the Crystal Maiden. Yes! Blade Mail Dota!
That's hilarious. They are gonna do it too. Yeah, there's a Blade Mail on Timber as well. Blade Mail on Vengeful Spirit. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, she's got a mech and a Blade Mail. So once they get 3 up, I think 3 is the point where you can kill a Tinker from full to nothing when he pops off that march. So, oh man.
Blade Mail Dota, man. All they need is Bristle to get it, and Timber already has one. Oh god.
That's...
Oh, the Venge has one too.
Yeah, that was what I said, man. There's 3 on the board, and yeah, now looking for some action down in the bottom lane. The Frost Blast does end up on the Vengeful Spirit. She pops off that Blade Mail, tries to turn it around, but they will manage to get that kill. Darkseer grabs a kill with the Vengeful Spirit. Now, going on to the Timber Saw, pulling him back. I think he's going to get caught out here. He does. Rubik does grab the kill with a Chakram of his own, so couple pickoffs in the way of Double Click, but meanwhile on the top lane, they are losing their top tier too. There's a lot of TPs coming in, but the Song of the Siren will say no, and they do have a pipe. I mean, they could just fight this.
Man.
Yeah, do it. Naga's the only person sticking around though. A little bit of miscommunication and
Pistol Song.
Yeah.
Rubik stole Song.
Yeah, Song is a spell you should never steal, but sometimes you just do. And,
Timber getting himself killed.
maybe not. He turns it back around, pops off that blade mail, running through the March of the Machines, and not gonna get him a kill on Tinker, but heading back towards that tower, they should be able to get that.
We had a song request too after the game for Kyoto by Young Lean, Sad Boys Anthem.
Maybe. I don't know what the Sad Boy song is. It's what is it? Kyoto by what?
By Young Lean. Yeah.
Never once heard it.
What? You are not an NA Dota fan.
Too bad. I've like missed this entire frickin' Sad Boys craze. I've been watching the MLG TKO, but for some reason I just never see a Sad Boys game. I think I've watched them played once. It's really sad, but
it's just something that RTZ started because, as everyone knows, RTZ listens to some pretty shitty music.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, like, at first when you hear it, it does sound really shitty, but once you keep listening to it, like, it's actually kind of catchy. I hate to admit it. I listen to it on my free time.
Yeah. It's a one. Oh my god, look at these blade mails. They killed the Tinker! Oh my god. Oh my god. Tinker is now officially a sad boy. But yeah, there's a reason I don't watch RTZ stream, man. Can't stand the music.
I don't know, man. I just love watching RTZ. He's just such a good player. But
no. Picks off the Luna on the top lane. And she's trying to get that Black King bar up. She's about 1,000 gold off of that. But I mean, with pressure coming in on her tier 3s, I don't know if there's time for her to get that. Now, swap forward to get that stun. She does fall in the meantime. Song of the Siren will get popped off by that Rubik to try to help the AA get out of that alive, and I think he's going to walk away from that himself. Hey, what's he doing, man? Shouldn't have stuck around there. Yeah. Alright, Bristol going to return to knocking down this tower, and I think once a creep wave comes in... Actually, no, they don't really have... Yeah! Timbersaw getting lifted back into the base. Not going to mean too much there. Ice Blast going to come out. Hit all the heroes. Blade Mail gets popped off by the Bristleback, and Tinker getting a little bit more careful about how he pops off those March of the Machines. Wasn't ready to throw them down on bottom lane.
Oh man, the lulls from the Blade Mail Dota, man, it's just too much.
That's so good.
That really forces like Tinker to get a BKB.
Yeah.
Which he's not opting to go for. He's the use works. I like it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Naga just being a complete pest right up in front of this. Does get a net out on the Tinker. Gonna finish him off with a couple auto attacks. So yeah. Double click, kind of just buckling under the pressure here. They're falling pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is starting to snowball out of control. 15k gold lead, 15k experience. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the graphs yet this game, but yeah, 15k gold, 15k experience. Just as you said there, it's just absurd. Absurd.
Luna's just... I mean, Luna was their what they were really banking on aside from the Tinker, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, and she walked right past this Radiant Ward here in her effort to get down to the enemy jungle and start farming up, so they know she's in the neighborhood. They went down to the Ancients first, but I wonder if they're going to come over there and kill her just out of spite.
I don't know. I mean, Luna's doing kind of what she needs to do at this point. She really needs that BKB to kind of try to survive in these team fights, I guess you could say.
Yeah. The Blade Mail, man. Almost drops Tinker. He drops down to 50 HP.
Bidman, why are you playing like such a vagina? Jesus. Like wasting Song every chance he can get.
Yeah. I think he just wants to give it to the Rubik. Make the game interesting.
Yeah. Here comes Tinker. Dude, why is this Tinker not casting a rearm? I don't understand.
Dire's structures are
I don't know.
fortified.
Popping off that march and gonna try to hold this off, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
oh! It's the courier that flew right past the Luna and she doesn't cancel her TP. I guess I mean she needs to be back to fight, but if it were me at this stage of the game, I would have killed the courier.
So now is the time.
Now, oh my god, all the blade mails going out as the Darkseer wall and the March of the Machines go out. Everybody dropping left and right. We see the Darkseer, the Crystal Maiden, and the Vengeful Spirit all having dropped already. And now going in on the Bristleback is the Luna. She got the Black King bar up, but she is now pretty squishy. Going to have to run herself away. And the Timbersaw and the Bristleback going to be the remnants of this fight as Naga Siren, the top lane, just, oh my god, pops that Luna. And yeah, that'll be it. Pops off the song for, once again, no reason.
Stop! Enough with your songs, man.
Oh, man. Alright, so, yeah. Rack's gonna drop, and, I think even if they do manage to deflect this push here, it's GG. Now going in on the Tinker, Blade Mail, dishing out a lot of damage from his own spell, and finishes him off. So 4 heroes dead on DCD, and, yeah. Yep, that's gonna be it.
That's all she wrote, my friends.
That will be all she wrote. So, now, looking towards, as this game finishes up here, let's look towards the brackets. So, with that victory, America's Finest Dota players will continue on to the to the semifinals between with them versus Wingardium Leviosa, and then the winner of that will face off against Anti-Dota and Team Lucid in the grand finals of the Amateur Dota 2 League Season 2. You can check out all the brackets for this tournament at AmateurDota2League.com as well. You can sign up for the Season 3 Open, which is bound to be a damn good time. So check that out if you're interested and you have a couple people you want to play with. Even if you're just a solo, you can sign up as a stand-in and pop in when teams really need you. So definitely your go-to community for all things Amateur Dota.
I'll be playing both Invitational and Open this season.
Nice. So, yeah, that's, I cannot wait to see the Invitational. I think that's going to be some really good Dota. So that will be it. AFTP take this victory and will be moving on to the semifinals against Wingardium Leviosa, where they will have a chance to pop themselves into the finals and take this league for their own. So really well played there. So I think right now we're going to throw up this overlay, and I think we will do that. We'll see if we can find a interview with the captain of AFTP. Now, do you know if that's is that Bidman or is that Pauline? Because Bidman was drafting this game, but every other game it was Pauline.
I'm not sure. I'll ask right now.
Alright, you see if you can get that together. I'll throw on the Sad Boys song because we've got some rabid requests for it in the chat here, and we'll have the overlay up for just a moment while we get that underway, and hopefully we can get this going for you guys. We'll be back in just a couple moments with an interview of the captain of AFTP, America's Finest Dota players, and for now, we'll see. Thanks guys for watching, and just stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, let me add him up real quick. Skype, add contacts. I don't even know what we're supposed to ask him, to be honest.
Just be like, yo, want an interview?
No, I mean, like, what questions are we going to ask him?
Dude, don't worry. I'll wing it. I did improv in high school. I can do this shit.
YOLO. I think I got it. This Pinoy freaking... I love my Pinoy friends. Wait, which one is it?